Chapter 12, Peer Alliances and Legacy Circles. Section 1, Advanced Peer Selection and Alliance Building. CS quote, "Choose your circle with the same discernment you choose your legacy, because in the end, they're the same thing." Big idea. Invitation only is more powerful with peers. The most elite never build alone. They master the rarest art of peer selection, testing, and alliance creation. Every board, mastermind, and legacy circle is the result of radical selectivity. Who you allow to build, challenge, and even protect your empire is more important than what you build. Immersive scene, the peer audition ritual. Imagine a closed invitation to your personal board of power. Each candidate must pass a live scenario, present their biggest win, reveal their hardest loss, and answer a circle audit question. Silence is intense. Only those who elevate the room are invited to stay. Field drill. Script and host your own peer audition. Invite 3 candidates and run the scenario. Debrief after. What did you learn about loyalty, humility, and value? The 5 peer laws of alliance building. 1. Never add without audition. No one gets a seat based on potential or past reputation. Test them in the arena of action, not words. 2. Value is the only currency. The price of admission is proven value, loyalty, new ideas, silent upgrades, risk-taking. 3. Red flags are data, not drama. Every hesitation, envy, or resistance is a field clue. Address it openly. Never let small poison spread. 4. Audits are ritual. Run quarterly peer audits, celebrate upgrades, document mistakes, and set new standards together. 5. Board moves are public. Elevations, cuts, and restoration moves should be announced, ritualized, and shared with the group for real accountability. Anti-laws and reversals, the unspoken moves of peer alliances. Anti-law number 1, legacy is not a democracy. Sometimes you must override consensus for the good of the whole. A true leader will cut, elevate, or challenge solo if the group is afraid or divided. Example, when the board is split on a toxic member, the architect announces a velvet cut for legacy, not popularity. Anti-law number 2, silent upgrades trump loud support. Public cheerleaders are valuable, but the true legacy builders quietly elevate the standard, upgrade others, and move the whole board without noise. Reward silent moves more than public praise. Example, a peer who quietly implements every audit suggestion behind the scenes is often more valuable than the loudest motivator. Anti-law number 3, the best boards have tension. Agreement is overrated. Build with those who challenge you, even frustrate you. If there's never a hard conversation, your group is drifting, not rising. Example, a quarterly ritual where each peer must critique the leader's last move keeps everyone sharp and honest. Reversal. Sometimes legacy is built by restoring an ex-peer who has grown, failed, and returned with new humility. Never make this move privately. Announce, challenge, and audit them publicly to set the new standard. Peer archetype audit cards, printable. The challenger, the protector, the connector, the auditor, the disruptor. After each audit, rate each peer by archetype. Spot missing or overrepresented roles. Create balance and prevent echo chambers. Peer shadow audit tool. Confidential worksheet. Each peer scores the group on drama, drift, hidden value, and unspoken conflicts, only revealed at quarterly meetings for honest upgrades. Purpose: surface blind spots, clear air, keep standards real. Crisis protocol script. Step by step for peer scandal or sabotage. Who leads? What's shared? Audit agenda, reset ritual, and group statement. Includes sample scripts. Legacy debrief panel, quarterly or annual. Each peer presents one win, one loss, one never repeat lesson. Use printable template and group challenge prompt. Disruptors chair. Rotating seat. One peer per meeting is assigned to break groupthink, expose blind spots, and demand new standards. Peer reference checks. Every new candidate must submit 1 to 2 references from previous boards, includes template email and questions for loyalty, legacy, and drama. Annual legacy scorecard. End-of-year worksheet. Peers rate self and others on value, upgrades, drama, and legacy. Log for next year's standards. Peer successor ritual. Nominate, audit, and challenge a new leader or successor, publicly or privately, with field drills and evaluation sheet. Elite peer directory. Build your group's directory. Names, archetypes, scores, strengths, impact. Update quarterly for elite tracking. Field-tested guest wisdom panel. Quotes and mini interviews from real peer group founders. What's the #1 move that made your board legendary? Advanced peer selection checklist. Does this peer challenge, upgrade, or protect you in action, not just in talk? What value did they deliver in the last quarter, measured, not imagined? How do they handle loss, drama, or group challenge? Have they demonstrated silent loyalty or only public support? What's their legacy move? How did they leave their last group or alliance? Are they willing to audit themselves and to be audited by you? Field stories and real-world examples. The Challenger's Invitation. Monica, a top earner, was invited to join a peer board, but only after running a week-long live challenge. She uncovered and fixed 2 profit leaks, earned her seat, and inspired a new circle. The Quiet Cut. A high-potential peer was removed after multiple audit warnings. No drama, just a public note and new standards set. The group's energy doubled within a month. The Power of No. When an admired candidate was denied entry for refusing a group audit, the board's standards became legendary. Future applicants leveled up just to be considered. Reversal story. Tamara, once cut for sabotage, spent a year building quietly. When restored after a public audit, she became the group's new legacy auditor. Red flag audit. Alliance warning signs. Reluctance to be audited. Drama or side talk after rituals. Results don't match claims. Pushes comfort over upgrade. Resists group challenge or feedback. Quietly undermines new standards. Instruction. After each peer audition or group ritual, run this audit. Cut, elevate, or challenge as needed. Document the lesson. Share it at your next board session. Signature scripts and rituals. Invitation script. You've been nominated to join our board. The seat is earned by value and upgrade, not title. Ready for your challenge? Elevation ritual. Publicly name the new member's biggest win and required next move. Cut ritual. For the good of the circle, this is your exit. Honor what was, now make room for the next upgrade. Quarterly audit. Each of us presents a win, loss, and upgrade. No exceptions. This is how we build our legacy. Anti-law ritual. Sometimes one voice must decide for the whole. This move is for the legacy, not just the comfort of the room. Peer Selection Mastery Toolkit. Printable peer audit scorecard. Track wins, losses, value delivered, and standards met. Alliance Evaluation Worksheet. How each peer rates on challenge, support, humility, and upgrade. Live Audition Field Scenario Script. Plug and play. Group Reflection Table. Who raised the standard? Who coasted? Who needs a new role? Bonus. Annual Peer Board Review Ledger. Record every cut, elevation, restoration, and lesson. Bonus. Anti-law audit. Track every move that was made against the group's comfort for legacy's sake. Challenge cards. Action-based. Host a peer audition this month. Script the scenario and reflect on every result. Lead a quarterly audit. Present your win, loss, and challenge. Invite the group to do the same. Spot and address a red flag in your circle this week. Document the move. Publicly elevate one peer who delivered a silent upgrade. Cut or challenge someone holding the group back. Do
Do it with a ritual and public standard. Run an anti-law move. Make one decision for the legacy of the circle, not the comfort of the group. Document and share the outcome. Pro-level field tools. Live audit night. Quarterly, host a peer audit night, live or virtual. Each peer brings their audit log, scripts a legacy move, and the group votes on at least one upgrade or cut. Alliance growth map. One-page visual. Each peer is mapped on a legacy ladder, showing where they started, what role they played, every upgrade or cut, and their current status. Peer accountability pact. Formal agreements signed by every board member. I commit to quarterly audits, upgrades, and supporting the legacy above all. Mini workshop guide. Host a 1-hour session. How to run a peer audit, spot red flags, and deliver anti-law upgrades. Agenda, scripts, checklist included. Bonus reflection prompts. What anti-law move have you avoided, and what did it cost? Who needs a hard cut, and who is overdue for restoration? Quick recap, what you should have learned. Invitation only applies to your board as much as your client list. Peer standards drive legacy. Never settle, never add without proof, never let drama drift. Audition, audit, upgrade, or exit. These are your only peer moves. Every move must be documented, public, and ritualized for true group power. The highest moves are sometimes the hardest. Anti-laws and reversals keep the board sharp, honest, and legendary.